What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here. Today we got some shadiness to talk about in the hobby. Shocking, I know. People doing dumb things, stealing things, and doing shady things all over the place. One seems pretty clear cut. One is a little bit more nebulous, but the optics are bad. The first one comes from Cards HQ down in Atlanta, Georgia. Jeff Wilson's own Cards HQ. One of his employees has been accused of stealing over $20,000 worth of cards. One Mr. Stephen Christopher Adams is accused of stealing these. It looks like a warrant has been issued for his arrest. It looks like they were being stolen or diverted during live selling. Here's the key little piece of information here. An employee during this time would display the cards in an online auction style live stream. Then after displaying the cards on camera, he would deposit some of the cards in a bag while returning some to the original box. Adams continued this practice for an extended amount of time, while also falsifying company records in an attempt to hide the merchandise he was stealing. Adams was captured on camera towards the end of his employment, concealing the cards in a bag during the live stream, according to the warrant. So, not a great look there for one Mr. Adams. Once again, allegedly accused, but this seems pretty open and shut. We will see what the legal process play out on that. Now, I don't know if this was singles or a break. It just says online style auction. It could honestly be both. Why, hello there, future me here, inserting this in after the video was already completely recorded. Jeff Wilson gave some clarification on Twitter that it was all sealed wax from their inventory that was stolen, not individual cards, and no customers were adversely affected. Which, upon thinking about this, that probably makes some sense, given the polarizing nature of Jeff Wilson and Cards HQ. I feel like if people bought into breaks or bought singles on like a Whatnot stream or whatever, and then they did not get them in the mail, that would be a massive clickbaity thing that people would throw around everywhere. Oh my God, I bought stuff from Jeff Wilson and he didn't send it to me. Like, that narrative writes itself fairly quickly, and you would think that if that did indeed happen, that would not stay under wraps for a while or for very long. So it does appear there's a little clarification here that it was sealed wax from inventory, not stuff during live streams. I'm assuming that he was still caught on camera, and all that remains to be true. But the devil will be in the details once we see official court documents come out. So I don't think Jeff has any reason to lie here about this, as if this goes to any sort of trial, all that stuff, we'll know exactly what happened. So just inserting this in here. And now back to the video. Busted on this one. I am sure the internet will not take any liberties with the fact that this is a Cards HQ employee and a Jeff Wilson employee and go absolutely wild with it. The internet would never do such a thing. But this sucks. Glad this guy appears to be caught, once again, allegedly, and we will see what happens on this. I'm sure this will go up on Lesko's radar, and we will get play-by-play reports of this as events unfold. The second one, a little bit more complex. This is Breaks and Takes. Got caught up in some nonsense this week. They were ripping a jumbo boxes of Series 1. So there are two different things going on with this. I will make this larger. The first one here is a jumbo pack goes missing. So I'll play the video. You could see he is opening a jumbo pack and then takes it off camera. It disappears. And then he picks up the next one and opens that. This is pretty common practice on these jumbo boxes. They'll open all the packs at once. stack everything up, and then, you know, filter through all the hits at one time. So once again, let me reverse this here. You see this pack gets opened, gets set off camera, not in the stack. His hands stay off camera for a few seconds. Then he ends up reaching for this next pack, opens it, and then this pack mysteriously never comes back on camera again. So this is part 1 of 2 in regards to nonsense for this. So let's look at part 2, which is this one involving a silver pack. So off to the right here are 2 silver packs. And sorry, this is so small. Let me mute this. So here is silver pack 1 being opened, and then you'll see he will go through the hits in the silver pack, and then he will reach for the second one, set it off camera, and never actually open it. So here's him opening up silver pack number 1, checking the back for numbered cards. Now, there is audio for this, so if you want to listen to the audio, you could find it. Both Sports Card Radio and Collectible Guru have tweeted out the individual links to this if you want to hear it. So here's Silver Pack 2. He starts to open it, sets it down, and goes back to Silver Pack 1 because chat is asking if he missed a numbered hit. So he is going back and double checking the numbering on these. I will say, having opened these silver packs, the numbering is a pain to see. It's in the bottom right corner on the front of the cards, and it really blends in. I missed a numbered card on my opening. But that's not the issue here. So he went back to that one after he had set the second silver pack off camera, and then basically keeps looking back at that first silver pack and essentially forgets all about the second one and begins ripping the regular packs again, is essentially how this goes down. So the second silver pack disappears, and now you can see he's just beginning to go through the regular stuff and never pops back on. Breaks and Takes posted a statement, I guess, if you will. They break down what happened, saying this was a new breaker. He had never broken with them before, and the guy did seem very nervous on camera. He's gone. They reviewed the footage, and they went live after the fact, ripped the silver pack, and are also sending out hanger packs to everybody else. Now, they did not address the jumbo pack in this. Now, the jumbo pack is a little bit of a different story. They post a separate camera angle, and I can't, it's on this one. It might not play because Instagram's stupid. Here it goes. So they have a separate camera angle, and essentially what happened was when he was ripping the jumbo pack, he bumps the camera. And what he's doing when you see his hands off camera for a couple of minutes is fixing the camera. The cards stay off because they got set in essentially a base pile, is what they say. And then when they're flipping through things later, they air quote find it. Now, things seemed a little weird on this one. So here's the other angle of what we watched. This is him opening up the pack. You can see he bumps the camera, keeps bumping it, sets this off to the side, and then this is him fixing the camera where his hands were off camera for a while, him readjusting the camera, and then you could see he set the pack off to the left and then immediately goes on to the next one. This video will show here in a couple of minutes him finding essentially those cards in the other. So they were mistakenly set in the unsleeve hit stack, and then a few minutes later they're saying they find them. Which very well might be the case. However, having open jumbo, what he finds doesn't make sense with how a jumbo pack stacks up, if that makes sense. So you'll see it here in a second. He's going to start flipping through the hit pile. This is Instagram. I can't fast forward a video. So here's him flipping through the air quote hit pack, and the hit stack. He works his way through this stack, and you'll see in the second stack he's about to pick up, he finds base cards, which is the indication that it was the missing jumbo pack. The problem is or what doesn't add up to me in my mind anyways, when you rip a jumbo pack, there are base cards, the hits are in the middle, some of them are backwards, and then there's more base cards, and then that's the end of the pack. So what you see here is just all base cards and a pack. So that part doesn't make sense to me. I think we're coming up on it now. So there's the silver pack hits from the one that was open. Here is, okay, so here's the base cards. Okay, yep, got it. Makes sense. But then it jumps to more hits, and where's the rest of the base cards? That's not enough base cards for a jumbo pack. That part, something seems off on that to me. So, was it an innocent mistake? Was there nonsense and shenanigans going on? I don't really know. I am not familiar with these breakers. It seems like they acted quickly to respond back to the community. If you're spending money with them, that's up on you. That just does not seem like all the contents to the missing pack, in my opinion. Something still is not adding up there. Because, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 base cards there. 8 or 9 base cards there. Where's the rest of the jumbo pack? That's the part that I don't understand. Is there should be more base cards than that, because then it immediately goes into the rest of the hits. That's just not that's not the way a jumbo pack is set up. So that part seems a little bit strange. I don't know why someone would want to steal a jumbo pack of Topps Series 1. Here they do say that everyone was compensated for the inconvenience. So it sounds like they made it as best as they possibly could. The one thing that I'm not a big fan of is they did these posts, which is great, good transparency. They turned comments off on both of them. If you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen type situation. And that's not normal for them. Usually they have comments turned on. You should be allowing your community, and I get it, you're going to get some negative Nancy's in there. You're going to get some crap that you have to deal with, but you should be allowing your community to comment on these posts, in my opinion. I don't like the idea of not allowing comments on those posts. Yes, you're going to get a lot of trolls. Yes, you're going to catch a lot of flack. But when something like this happens, that's the breaks. You gotta stand there and take your licks if you want. In my opinion, that's just not how I would handle that. It's up to their own. So I don't really know what went down here. It's at minimum, it is bad optics. The breaker did seem new. If you listen to the audio, he sounds extremely nervous throughout the whole entire thing. I've never broken with these guys. I have no idea or not. I'm just passing the information on. You all can make your own decision based off what you saw here. Now, that being said, I really don't know why. I get it. There's some sort of entertainment value in it or whatever. And this is not against them. This is just breaking in general. Why we continue to pay a markup, a percentage increase above what it actually costs for someone else to open packs for us and send us the cards, I don't understand the value proposition there. I get it that there's some entertainment factor in it. Sure. Not for me personally. So maybe this is just a me thing. And I get the, the counter argument of, well, it makes things cheaper. Guess what? The products would just be cheaper if breaking didn't exist. And I know that that's a fairy tale land that I want to live in, where breaking goes back to where it was before, where it was not the primary distribution method for the sports card world, but it is now. And you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. But I mean, let's just be honest here. If breaking was not as prevalent as it was, wax prices would be a lot cheaper and more people would be able to just rip on their own versus getting forced into paying for these microtransaction versions of getting a box because the wax prices are so inflated because of the epidemic of breaking. I will never understand paying someone else to open packs for me. I do not get it. It makes no sense to me. Maybe this is just my old man yelling at a cloud type situation, and I will go back into the house and, yell at the neighbors out the window or something. But this is the world that we currently live in. I don't see it changing anytime soon, and I will continue not to participate in it. As always, curious for your thoughts and comments down below. What did you think about this? The first situation is very clear cut. It seems like allegedly the guy was stealing cards. The second situation, was this just bad optics? Was this just a case of new employee, the owner of the company, or whoever is running the break is not paying close attention to the new guy running the break? Is this just a little bit of negligence all around and a little bit of rookie mistakes? Is there a greater problem here? Is this bigger shenanigans than what it lets on to be? Regardless, it's going to be very easy to open yourself up for criticism when stuff like this happens. So, that's all I got. Catch boys and girls on the next one. Peace.